And I'm doing a different spread for October, so let me know what you think of it. The energy coming in from September into October is temperance. So you're feeling a beautiful sense of balance, but you're also feeling a really a charge for what is right in a way. So temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. So it's being able to balance what you need and what you want, and fulfilling kind of both sides of it. So it's kind of like where the ocean meets the sand in a way, or the water meets the mountains kind of energy. And you can kind of see this in that card of having both situations flourish. So it could also be a balance between work and love, or family and fun. Different aspects of your life are starting to meld together and make sense. And that was already happening in September, but that's what's carrying on into October. Then we have the High Priestess, the Initiate, wow, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Then Illusion, the Six of Cups reversed, Four of Swords reversed, and then Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, and King of Swords. Okay. So in a way, the first week or so of October is going to be preparing you for the rest of the month. Okay, so it's really saying that you're not going to get to, this is not a time to take a vacation. All right. So yeah, absolutely. If you already planned one, go for it. But there might be some emotional issues that pop up of stress and anxiety, because you're not going to be able to get what you need to get done at home. Now, right off the bat, we have the High Priestess and the Initiate showing up in their highest. They're not in the reverse. So this is an energy of being very acute with your emotions and knowing where they're coming from, as well as what others are feeling. But there is a, linking it to the Initiate, it's an interesting situation here, because it's like something, you feel it, you can see it happening with others, but in a way it's like you have to keep it to yourself because of the community, because of work, because of the walls that you have built up. Not necessarily the walls that you have built up emotionally, but literally, like your house walls, your work walls, your spiritual walls, your church walls, And so these two are kind of in a way conflicting. And so that's why I think temperance actually popped up too, is that you're finding this balance within all of them and how to make them all flourish. And it's really important to you, because it feels like you have a lot of connection to your community, or to your church, or to a group of friends. You have a huge connection to them, and so these feelings that you have, these emotions that you have that may be conflicting with the group, can eat away at you, Taurus, can eat away at what you should do. But you're finding out that you can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too, and balance them out, balance those energies out. And the Knight of Wands is coming in, and so this is a person coming in quickly, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy coming in, and I believe that they're actually from the community, from your group of friends, from your church, kind of saying, we see your potential, we see who you are. Here they are right here. We see who you are, and we want you to thrive, and we want you to move forward. And so that was kind of like the reassurance you needed to hear, like the High Priestess energy, almost like the intuition that you needed to hear to move forward. Now, the thing that is going to hold you back, and that's why it's really important to stay focused the first part of October, the first week or so, is because we have illusion right next to the Six of Cups, okay? And this is a fear. This is a fear based from the past, okay? A fear that you're not going to make it, or you're going to be ridiculed for it. That it's an abusive energy, and it's pulling from abuse from the past. So it's no longer happening, but it's become muscle memory for you. And so this abuse from the past is popping up. It's boiling its head up to try to stop you. All right, and so that's why the Four of Swords and then the Ten of Swords are popping up too. And this could actually be in the physical realm too. Somebody could really be trying to stop you. All right, stop you from doing what you want to do. And they're going to show up in a way of nostalgia. So it could be a past boyfriend or girlfriend. It could be, a past close friend who no longer is on the same path as you. And they're showing up and they're like, come on, stop working so hard. You know you want to go do this with me, which is not healthy. Whatever do this is, in quotations, it says not healthy. Okay? And so they're trying to kind of pull you that way. And remember, a lot of times people come into our lives to teach us a lesson or re-enter our lives because we haven't learned that lesson yet. So if you are finally feeling secure in a relationship, if you're finally feeling secure in your community, in work, then, illusion's going to come up and see how secure you truly are. And see if you truly learn that lesson and if you can move on to the next. So know that this person who's almost like a pawn to the devil, not saying that they're evil or a demon, but, the energy that they're working through themselves is, a darker energy for you to combat. All right. So yeah, I really get this sense that they're going to, it's definitely somebody from the past. And the Ten of Swords energy is like, you gotta end this. You gotta end this situation. You gotta step away from it. Because having the Six of Cups in reverse is also that they did damage to you, but you still loved them unconditionally. You loved them and you were there for them and they were never there for you. Okay? That's the kind of energy that's popping up with this. And so for them to come back and be like, but I need you to help me again. Let's go party. Let's ruin our lives together. In other circumstances, if you weren't as strong in doing all the work you have been doing, then you would definitely go that way. Okay. But, I do see that like for you this month, like the focus isn't necessarily on romance, and the focus actually is not 100% on career either. It's on focusing on what is healthy and setting your boundaries, okay? Because you have a lot of possibility in health and energy for positivity in career, but it's like it could get stifled by this illusion that is popping up, okay? And here's the thing is the kicker of all this. It's vital for you to actually say, you know what? No, I don't need to go there again. I'm done. I've moved on. I'm past that now. Because this is like having the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords right here in this reading. It's kind of like they're going to kick your butt if you don't make the right decision. If you don't follow your path and you stumble backwards, then it's going to be, it's like I get this energy from these two people, like parents. Like they're going to ground you. Like they're going to take away your Xbox. Kind of energy. If you try to skimp on your future and you try to skimp on your growth, okay, Taurus? And they're just going to say, you're grounded. Like, that's what I hear them saying. So, it could actually be your parents in a way. And if you're not of the getting grounded age, they could, take away some support of some sort. If you count on your parents to financially support you, or even just for moral support, they could say, we're not going to support this. This is silly. No, grow up, Taurus. Learn your lesson. But I feel like you have a really solid ground for it, and you've actually built that up. It's just this is a test to make sure that it's really solid. Okay, so I am going to pull from the Tarot of Moon Gardens deck. It's a new deck for me. And I just pulled all of the major arcana. And I'm going to pull from the major arcana just to kind of bring everything together. Justice. Okay, so yeah, the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. This is also together with these two cards, it's definitely, it feels like a warning. Okay? So with justice, it's like you're going to get what you get and don't throw a fit. Okay? So build the first week, especially build the first week with your grounding of emotions, with looking to the future, with growing your future, and having the Knight of Wands kind of come in and say, yeah, we support you. Take that energy and run with it. Because justice is Libra, and it's beauty, and it's vivacious. It's grounding at some level too. And also justice, if it's in like a darker energy, then it's passive aggressive. Okay? So don't allow that part of justice to show up, because justice is fighting with illusion here. Okay? So if you fall into this obsession, if you fall into the ego, then justice is going to come nip your bud. All right? And really make this Ten of Swords hard. Okay? Because you know what you have to do. It's just like the Four of Swords in reverse also is like, do you have the energy to do it? You kind of feel like, gosh, same thing, different day. But you have to end this cycle. You have to end the cycle that keeps happening, or justice is going to do it for you with the help of the King of Swords and Knight of Swords. It's definitely a Libra is going to come in and mess with you. You know, Libra is going to come in mid-October and tell you flat out, no, you can't do that anymore, or else you're going to get fired. Yeah. So just be very, I say this so much, be very clear about your intentions and what you want out of your life. Be clear on your agenda. Okay? Because, like I said, the devil, which is popping up as a person from your past, wants to come in and derail everything that you have created. And I know, Taurus, that you have the strength, the capacity, and the want. You have the want to fight that and say, absolutely not. Even though I love you unconditionally, I will not, I will not risk my life work for it, for something that is fleeting. Okay? All right. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. All right. Well, not Libra. See, now I'm all about the Libras. Libras are going to be powerful for you, okay? In October, the beginning of October especially.